Peace to the family. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Outlaw Hip Hop Podcast. I am your host, Outlaw J, and peace to those back in the building. Peace, shalom, hotep, whatever greeting you go by, that's how I greet you this fine evening. I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, I got a nice show lined up for you guys. One of my partners at work came up with this topic for me. And if anybody, like I said, if you got some topics you would like me to dive in and delve in and go over a little bit, always, like, share, subscribe, hit them comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what your opinion is. Let me know how you feel. Let me know where you coming from, you feel me? It's always welcome. So let's dive in a little bit with this right here. And I'm gonna unpack some of my research, all right?
Welcome to Outlaw Hip Hop.
So one of my partners hit me up and asked me to deal with this topic. And excuse me, you know how, especially for us young black men, when we were kids, we were always told, not to cry, to hold our emotions. Boys don't cry. And in turn, that leads us to become young men that do not know how to deal with our emotions. And he was explaining to me that he doesn't like to cry. He doesn't like to cry, and that's okay. You understand what I'm saying? But first off, like me and you was talking, my boy, remember, first thing for me to you, excuse me, crying cleanses the soul. You feel me? And it's okay to not want to cry in front of people, in front of your daughter, so on and so forth. Maybe your girl, whatever the case is, your family and things like that, which I totally understand. I get it. I know exactly what world you're coming from. But don't be afraid to let those emotions flow through you. And as we were speaking, know how to maneuver through those emotions, and it's okay. Let me be clear with that. It's okay. Anybody that knows me knows I'm very emotional. I don't really care what nobody says about that. You feel me? But the trick is learning how to maneuver through those emotions, especially throughout life. And trust me, it's not easy. It's very tough. So my piece to you, whatever situations that you go from here on out and beyond into your future, I hope that the Most High guides you and people like me guide you to get through and cipher through those emotions, because they're very important. Because what you don't want to do is go throughout life being stonewalled. That's what we called it in anger management, stonewalling. You feel me? Just completely turning off your emotions to everything. Then there was another effect that we called the bottle effect. The bottle effect, when you just bottle up all your emotions, and then one day that might come out in the wrong way. That might come out, as an explosion. Remember, pressure builds pipes, all right? So, hold your head. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to all my people. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know who y'all are. You feel me? And this is what we doing. We building a nation of strong men. That's what we doing over here. We trying to change our mental state. We are trying to change our mind of the things that we were taught and brought up with within our community. Things that were not okay and things that are okay. And I don't really care. I don't really care who tries to persuade you to be another person than you are. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. All right. So I want to hit this clip real quick for my man. And this is kind of me too. You feel me? So, and a lot of strong black men that I know. You know what I'm saying?
You ever ask a man how he's doing and he says, I'm alright. I'm here to tell you, that man is not alright. That man is battling demons that you cannot even possibly imagine.
Facts.
That man is struggling every single day to find a reason to keep going. And the reason we say we're alright is because as a man, nobody really fucking cares what you're going through. So why even bother to say it?
True.
But you know what? I feel you, brother. Because I'm alright too.
All right. So I'm gonna just, 9 times out of 10 when you see me, you know what it is. Nobody really gives a damn about how I feel. Nobody really gives a damn. And it's okay. But to my young partners out there that come in contact with me, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm gonna be all right. You feel me? I'm gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. All right. We're not gonna let the world define what it is to be a man for us. Because we know what time it is. We out here handling our business. I see my young partners working their butts off every day. Good parents, good fathers, you feel me? And we do what we gotta do. Period. Despite our emotional state. All right. So I'm gonna dive in a little bit. This is just some research and some notes that I had and I put down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna deal with it a little bit. So as black men growing up, I was taught not to cry. Young men don't show emotions and to just deal with the world around us. Some of us, due to not having fathers around, also being the eldest siblings, we were told you are the man in the house. To add more context, dealing with the world outside, i.e., school, relationships, the community in which we live, all going 100 miles per hour per day. We never really learn what it is for a man to know his emotions and how to operate within. Is it okay to cry? Is it okay to cry in front of a woman? Would I be viewed less than a man for showing a bit of emotion? Let's look at some numbers, and I gotta make sure I put the site in here where I got this from. 90% of black people have admitted to using religion as a coping mechanism rather than seeking mental health counseling. The black youth suicide rate is up to 80%. Ages 15 through 24. 60% of girls have attempted, but young black men are more successful. So I'm gonna stop right there. We have young black men and young black women attempting to take their lives due to the ills and the pressures of society, due to the world around us, the pressure that the world puts on us, our parents, our siblings. Some of these young boys is checking out. Some of these young girls is checking out. Attempting to, at least. And it definitely touches my heart. This is also dealing with mental health issues too as well. I'll probably outline it here somewhere, but I know us as black people, we like to scapegoat our mental issues. Some people like to just be like, oh, you got that demon on you, or you got them devils, whatever the case is on some religion issues is what I'm getting at, right? To the point where we don't never even deal with our mental issues because, we think we could just go pray these things away. Not the case. I remember growing up, we didn't deal with counseling. It wasn't until later that people started becoming comfortable with the idea of going to sit down on somebody's couch and spilling out your emotions your life, what you're going through. And for all my young partners, don't ever be afraid to do that. I went through counseling as a child, and I had to do it again as an adult. I had to learn how to take accountability for my bullcrap. I had to learn how to manage my emotions correctly. I had to learn that the way I was handling my emotions was womanlike. And I say that because I grew up with a mother who I just seen. And at the time, you don't know these things. You're just a young kid. Seeing your mother, spaz out about everything. I took a little bit of that with me growing up. Then coming in contact with women or my woman, I had to learn how to not be like my mother. You understand? You see, it takes a man to show a man how to be a man. Unfortunately, for a lot of us, we don't know what that looks like. So then we become men. And we not know what that actually looks like. As I stated before in an earlier podcast, I'm just learning on the fly. And I can say I'm doing a hell of a job for myself. Knowing what I went through as a child, knowing what my parents were going through, seeing my peers, seeing the people around me, there was just certain things I said, I need to be better at. I need to be better at it. Some things were brought to my knowledge by others and some by myself. And there's nothing wrong with, as I stated before, I'm not beyond reproach. If there's something wrong, I know I need to go fix it. There's a will and a way. The Most High provided a way for me to go fix it. So I know, especially for us young black men in the black community, this can be a very sensitive topic. And that's okay. You see, we are here for each other. We're no longer gonna let the world define what it is for us to be a better man. We're gonna take these things amongst ourselves and we're gonna go fix it. No excuses. All right. It seems our trauma makes this country money. As I stated, this topic of discussion was requested from a great young man by the name of Chris, a good father and friend, and sparked more of an interest for me to investigate further. We take so much in from the world. We must have an outlet somewhere. And that's what I wanted to tell you. And I'm specifically talking to you, see. Create an outlet for you. Fortunately for me, even though I grew up in a world of trauma and just, like I said, 100 miles per hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I found something that I could slow myself down with. That ended up being music. Basketball, of course. And now I'm a father. But outside of those things, I had to find something for myself. I had to find something for myself that I was good at and that I could let my emotions out the right way. So my advice to you, C, and anybody else that's dealing with this is find an outlet. Give yourself that time to breathe. You see, we get our asses up, we go to work, we get off work, we deal with the stresses of work, we get off work, we come home, and then we got the stresses of home life on us. So we have to find some type of outlet that is going to allow us that time to regroup in our mental space. Then we got bills, we got this, we got that, the car messing up, whatever the case is. You know, family passing away, family over here going through trauma and drama and bull crap. You understand what I'm saying? And it could literally take a toll on you. Literally. I understand that. I understand that. So my advice is find that great outlet, something that you know that you can slow your mind down. Get back to in the moment. Get back to in the now. So focus on that purpose. Here's my homework for you guys. Ask yourself, who am I? Yeah, we know your government name. Yeah, we know your name in these public places and in these, but who are you? Who are you? Before you go to bed, ask yourself, who am I? What is my purpose? What did the Most High really put me here for? I challenge anybody. Ask yourself, who am I? All right? Not having or showing emotion and ciphering throughout life, not knowing how to direct and manage emotion in the right manner could turn dangerous. And in most cases, it does. And I say that because our loved ones, our friends, and the kids that we grew up with and that was in the world around us, didn't know how to properly manage that anger. And I'm specifically speaking from experience. So we ended up doing negative things, and it made our lives a little harder because we had to go through the jail systems and through the court systems and probation and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And to back that up, Black men are still imprisoned at a higher rate, but there has been a significant decline. So we are doing better than we were. Excuse me, by taking our accountability and saying, you know what, we're no longer going to turn to crime. No, I'm not just going to crash out, knock somebody upside the head because we not seeing eye to eye. Or, you know, this dude stole my parking spot, or whatever the case is. You feel me? So let's keep going. Group bar chat showing Black non-Latino men have seen a large decline in imprisonment rates between 2000 and 2001. 3,557 per 100,000 compared to with 1,807 per 100,000 per Google. So I got that source from Google. So we are seeing a significant decline in Black men going to jail. And like I said, it's because we decided not to crash out no more. We're taking that time to get into these spaces to deal with our mental health. And this all boils back down to our mental health. You feel me? I know that term still may be a little bit of taboo in our culture, but it's a serious thing, and we must start dealing with this. We must start taking full control of our mental spaces, right, and making sure that we are grounding ourselves. And trust me, I mean, all my guys at work, I know y'all see me all the time. Y'all be like, I'm just doing my thing, right? Because for me personally, I use my time here. So even though I'm moving and grooving, I'm still here. Right? I'm still here with it. And that's how I make sure that I'm mentally here just in case anybody needs whatever they need. Because anybody, I tell you, there was a time I was like, I ain't F everybody. You feel me? And just growing older and getting a little wiser, I say, you know what? I need to step into who I am. Like I said, I'm almost 40 years old now. You feel me? So I can't keep locking the world out because I don't see eye to eye with the world. Or me and you have a difference of opinion. Or, you understand? And like I'll tell anybody, we're always well respected that we have difference of opinions. Let's just make sure that we agree to disagree respectfully. Right? As I stated in one of my last episodes, you feel me? I'm willing to talk a million miles per hour with anybody, and we can agree to disagree with. And it ain't always got to be lead back to some drama and some BS. You feel me? We grown men now. You understand what I'm saying? So let's keep dealing with this. We see a decline, but those numbers could be significantly lower if we simply learn how to deal with conflict resolution. If we simply learn conflict resolution skills, communication skills, etc. All around, this says to me that we need to take better care of ourselves and each other. We shame each other for seeking help. We shame each other for admitting we have a problem. Our loved ones and those closest to us sometimes make matters worse by discouraging us from seeking help when needed. So, I want to deal with that too a little bit. If somebody is not willing to, because like I said, we've learned, we've lived, we rise. Right? So if somebody is around you that's not willing to accept the change that you noticed in yourself that you need to get them get them away from you. You feel me? Because this is about growth, right? You want to be a different person than you were yesterday. You want to be a different person than you were last week, last month, last year, so on and so forth. I don't want to be that same person that I was 10 years ago. My real G's know me. You feel me? 10 years ago, what's the business, right? Now I got kids. I can't do that no more. You feel me? Now I got a woman. She need me. You feel me? So we have to become smarter and we have to become better. And if those around you are not willing to accept the change within you, and let me add to this too, some might not notice it just based on your everyday terminology, your everyday conversation, your everyday lingo. And that's okay. Right? But when the thing hits the fan, and then you feel me, they think you about to, because that happened to me before too. Some things was about to pop off, and everybody thought that I was going to react the same way that I would react 10, 20 years ago. Right? Nah, we're not doing that no more. That didn't get me anywhere with you. Within our communication, within whatever it is that we're trying to reach. So if you expecting me to go out on this angry tangent and not see my point through, you feel me? You need to learn who I am all over again, because I'm not the same person that I was 10 years ago. And apply to anybody else that is not the same person that they were 10 years ago. Like I said, I met some people and it was like, oh, if this happened, then I'm about to do this. And it's like, really? Like, when do we, like, when is it okay to stop being tough? And understand that somebody needs you, and understand that the loved ones around you want to see you do better, right? And not always go straight to the negative option. You understand what I'm saying? So my hat's off to anybody that is saying, you know what, today I'm gonna be better than I was yesterday. That's a hell of a thing when you can work on yourself and be like, nah, right? So here are some ways we can manage our emotions as men. Number one, breathe. And I know, listen, I'm gonna start dashing y'all with how I get down. You feel me? Breathe. I meditate a lot. And that's what I mean by, even I might not be sitting here namaste. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? There's times I do that, but then there's times when I may look like I'm doing my everyday duties, right? And I'm here with it. I'm mentally focused. I'm locked in. I'm creating a world in which I see myself. So I'm meditating. Meditation is amazing. Changed my life. You understand? You feel me? Through counseling and all of this, you feel me? Meditation then changed my life. So I breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Look up some meditation techniques if you know what I'm saying, if that's your thing, if that's something you want to look into. I advise anybody, get on your meditation. You feel me? That's your you time, all right? The next thing that I got is, what are you feeling? Right? If you need to, get you a pen and paper and jot those feelings down, jot those emotions down, right? And then you can start breaking down. All right, this is how I'm going to deal with this, because I don't want to feel like this no more, especially if it's a negative emotion. You understand? Next, I got eliminate negative thoughts. As I just say, if you jot that down, you feel me? You start like, I don't want to feel like that no more, because that makes me an ugly person. It makes me want to do ugly things. It makes me want to lash out and you know what I'm saying? So we don't want to deal with those negative thoughts or emotions anymore. You understand? Next, I got channel that energy. Right? That's what I do now. All of that energy that is flowing through me, and sometimes it just hits you, wham, right? But I need to channel it in a positive manner and not into a negative manner, because we already know where that negative goes. So let me make a beat. You feel me? Let me get on here and bless y'all with my energy. You know what I'm saying? Take a walk. Go sit in front of a lake or in front of a beach. You feel me? Let that fresh breath of the Most High's wind hit you right in your face. You feel me? And just, once again, breathe. You understand? Next, I got explore those emotions. You feel me? That's why I always say, write it down. This is what I do. This is what I do now, right? Sometimes I just write it down, type it out. You know, that's my thing. Now I've been typing out everything, and I just ball that thing up, throw it in the trash, or ball that thing up and burn it. You feel me? Ball that thing up and rip it into little pieces and let it fly in the air. You feel me? Gone. You feel me? Let those emotions, especially if they're negative, evade you, because you want to be at peace. You want to be centered. You feel me? This is about centering yourself. Always stay centered. Always stay on your square. Always try to stay grounded. All right? No, we can't control everything that happens. Oh, hold on before I go on. So those are, some steps that, I outlined that I hope and I pray that it helps you and those around you to become a better you. You understand? Because ultimately this is what this is all about. It's just becoming the best version of yourself. No, we are not perfect, but we can strive to be better every day. All right? No, we can't control everything that happens within life, but we can control ourselves as best as possible. I say all that to say this. It is okay to relate to our emotions, but not lead by them. So make sure you're using your discernment to be like, I'm going to operate in a great emotion or a positive emotion instead of that negative, okay? Not letting our emotions get the best of us and crashing out. Not connected to our responsibilities, not connected to the Most High, because that's where that negative energy comes from. You feel me? Whatever y'all want to call it, demons and all this, you feel me? Cool. But those negative emotions is that negative energy just trying to tie itself to something, and you might be the closest target. You understand what I'm saying? So remember that. And this is very important. It is okay to heal from the negative world around us without compromise. Okay? Without compromise. Without compromising yourself, without compromising your paper flow, however that looks, whatever the case is. You feel me? You can, it's very important to heal from that past. Especially us young black men, we never deal with our past. We never deal with our childhood. We never deal with the things that make us uncomfortable. And even further, we never deal with our child self. We never talk to that kid still within us, because every one of us still has that child within us, right? And it's okay for you to go look in that mirror and say, you know what? I got you. I got you now. That's what I had to do. The world around me didn't have me. So I had to tell myself, I got you. All right? Crying is a natural response to traumatic events and beginning the healing process. Crying, as I love to say, like I said, cleanses the soul, baby. You got to cleanse that soul. You got to cleanse that soul. I like to live with the theory of how the ancient Egyptians like to weigh your heart and tip it against that feather and see if your heart is as light as a feather. Okay, so when we do make the transition, we don't want to take a whole lot of this crap with us into the next experience called life. So always try to, I really try my hardest, especially seeing how crazy the world around me is. I still try to keep my heart very pure. Always keep your heart pure, all right? Being a man is not easy. Being a man is constant work and dedication to self and the ones we love and care for. Being a man is not perfection, but an everyday journey of being one's best self, being better than yesterday. All right? All right? And I want to dedicate this show to all the young men that I deal with, that know me and know I come from a space of pure heartedness, authenticity, and love. Because trust me, this journey as a man is not easy. Not easy at all. But we was made for this, all right? See, you was made for this. Christian, you was made for this. All right? Austin, your little ass too, you was made for this. All right? We was made for this. All my partners. Sko, C, all y'all. Kid Chaotic, you feel me? Everybody. All my guards. We was made for this, baby. We was made for this, baby. We was made for this. All right? So peace to the gods, man. Peace to the ancestors. I always thank the Most High before I leave, this show, before I close this platform out. Praise is due to the Most High because, we're better than we were yesterday. And that's all we can ask for. Most High did their job by waking us up this morning, giving us another day to do this again and to be better than we were the last time we were in this realm. All right. So peace to the gods, peace to the ancestors, peace to the Most High, peace to you and yours. I pray everybody's doing fine as always. All right. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You feel me? All right. I do this for y'all, man. You feel me? I was just talking to a couple that I had in my car this weekend, and we just had a blessed conversation. You feel me? I do it for those people like that. You feel me? That we look at the world differently. You know what I'm saying? We're not really trying to conform. That's why I says Outlaw, baby. We're not trying to conform to what everybody else got going on in the world. We just doing us. You understand? And if don't nobody like them, get out of my way. You understand? So peace to you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna keep hitting y'all with ones and twos. I ain't went nowhere. You feel me? The show must go on. We here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my kids. Shout out to my family. You feel me? Shout out to my moms, my pops, my aunties, my brothers. You feel me? Shout out to my grandmas. You feel me? RP to my elders. You know what I'm saying? Peace, y'all. I'll see you on the next episode, all right? Peace.